Hi, I'm Dennis Eisenbarth with ETG Alberta Limited. I'm a trainer and adult educator, and I teach training courses specifically in business and leadership, some personal development courses, but primarily around management and leadership courses. You know, for lots of us, as you get a little bit older, you can't avoid technology and the use of it. And you get swept away by it if you don't. We have no choice but to adopt technology, at least the very minimum use of technology that's going to encourage good communication and the ability to be able to keep up with the rest of the world. So my limited use of technology primarily is with my computer and my phone. In fact, quite honestly, my phone becomes the most powerful tool that I have for organizing my day, communication. Even it begins to take over my organization of my courses and the development of courses, even down to the use of PowerPoint and the development of course materials and things like that. It is coming to the point that my computer is becoming obsolete. When I'm in a course, or when I just have an idea, or when I'm listening to another presentation, I'm always creating some kind of notes, and I gave up years ago making notes on paper because I just found that I would lose that and then it would become disjointed. So I either plug that in directly, if I have my laptop with me, I'll plug that directly to make a note right on the course material or onto the PowerPoint presentation. But it's more likely than not that if I'm in another presentation, that I'm making notes on my phone itself. And then I will put a note on my calendar that says that when the next course is coming up, when I'm teaching on that particular subject, that I can't forget to use that material that I just learned. And so I need reminders all the time because I got to be planning ahead. And of course, the simple thing about a calendar is that I can place reminders so that the calendar reminds me a week ahead, or if I need to plan for a big course that I've never developed before, I need maybe 2 weeks lead time for that. And so I need technology to be able to remind me to get my brain ready and dedicate time so that I'm prepared when the time comes up, so that I'm not scrambling last minute. I am an Android lover. There is no particular reason. I wish I could give you some fancy reason why I don't like Apple products, but I always became an Android user, and so now I say, at my age, why should I bother learning another product when I'm quite able to move through technology with the use of Android stuff? Well, my website is one of my primary tools, but personal contact, of course, is one of the greatest things. I subcontract for about 4 different other agencies, so agencies who are frontline, and of course they give me a lot of work that way. And then when I'm in front of the public, when they like what they see, of course they book me for an event that they're doing themselves. So personal contact is the greatest way I get my work. Well, I will be the first to admit that as I get older, technology is more difficult, and that it almost seems overwhelming to be able to keep up with all the different apps and things like that. That's why it is that I look for simple things. I look for things that are going to simplify my life, but I have to be convinced about that it's going to simplify my life rather than doing it the same way that I've always done it before. And when you have this huge wave of technology that's always coming at you, trying to promote another app, another product, another hardware or software, I'm looking for the simpler products that are going to be able to provide a solution to a simple lifestyle.